Cool. All right, welcome to Sunday Night Jaw Harp Live, where we are playing jaw harp musical instruments, mouth resonating musical instruments from around the world. And if those of you are new to what is this, it is a instrument that has a vibrating reed or a tongue, and it's placed in front of the mouth, up against the lips, or on the teeth to make it resonate. Or your mouth is the acoustical resonating chamber for the harp. Dual Sport PNW, hello, how are you? How is the Great Pacific Northwest? How is that? And what harps have you been into? I've been playing a lot of harps that I made. Oh yeah, Dual Sport PNW. I ordered a Jones CN 432. Oh yes, that's already in the mail. I packed that up today. I don't do the shipping for the Harper.com, but any of the special unboxings, they most of them ship right out from here. So yeah, I just dropped that in the mailbox. Been playing the Monstro. Oh yeah, that's Monstro's a Veskovich, right? No, it's good. It was a nice warm day. I think it got 88 degrees here in Kansas. Comment below if you know how many degrees in Celsius 88 degrees Fahrenheit is, because I don't know. I'm guessing it's somewhere in the 30s, perhaps. I'm not sure. How does the metric system work? We don't know here in Kansas. Except for whenever I build harps, I do lay out in millimeters. The metric measurement system just makes more sense, but. Aurora says 80 degrees. Yikes! Yeah, Kansas. It got a little warm in Kansas. We'll get the hottest I've ever seen it get in Kansas is 114, and the coldest I've ever seen it get is negative 16. Break that down. What's that in Celsius? Oh, and to those of you who are watching on TikTok, I opened up a message from a store that I think might have hacked my account for a brief period of time. So I did have to change my password. So if you've gotten any weird messages from the account at Jaw the Harp, that's not us. We don't message you about anything. We're just making harp making videos. Well, if you message about Jaw Harp related stuff, we'll reply to you. But yeah, we're not just gonna message people asking for things. And them hackers, they're getting so super sneaky. I think it was I had a notification. It said your message request for the Al Harvey store is still pending. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't message the Al Harvey store. I don't know what that is. So I clicked on it to see what it was. All of a sudden my phone shut off. Like, oh, they just hacked my TikTok. Super snaky there. Bond Christopher, share the live. Oh, thanks, Bond Christopher. And Aurora says, fun weather. Gosh. Yeah, what how's the weather out yonder where you're at, Aurora? Where are you and how many degrees was it today? Dual Sport PNW says, yeah, Veskovich, beautiful in the PNW. I think Celsius to Fahrenheit is roughly 131 to the 3.5. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Numbers, what do they mean? There I'm demonstrating that resting deal, and I got that from I was watching Mark Groudon some videos he was posting, and one was the player man, I can't remember his name, Sultan Bakov. Kutman Sultanbekov. I'm probably not saying it correctly, but Kutman Sultanbekov of Kyrgyzstan was playing, and he would be playing a beautiful melody, and then he would stop it. So he's putting all these rests in his music instead of just letting the harp ring out. He was strategically putting rests in there. And I seen him doing that. He wasn't doing that exactly, but he's doing the rest. Like, oh, that's really, really cool. So I've been putting rest in my music as of late and plucking outward as well. Most of the tutorials I've done in the past few weeks have been with my own harp, just because I set them up so they play really evenly and they're really forgiving of errors. So even if I'm playing them dynamically, I most of the time won't get a click out of them. Oh, Master Gorkaram of Gorkaram Lohar Morchang on YouTube just said namaste. Hello, namaste. Let's play one of his harps. Let's play a Gorka. I have a Gorka asymmetrical sitting over here. When I was cleaning up, this harp caught my eye. I'm like, oh yeah, the Gorka. Oh, I'm gonna play another Morchang. That was the Morchang. That was a Gorka Morchang from Rajasthan, India. Let's go to India. Let's peruse about it with the Rajasthani harps. Here, let's play a Veera. This is made by either Veera or Gorka. Veera Ram is the son of Gorka Ram. It's his stainless Afghan style. This one has a pretty pronounced draw start. The Gorka I was playing a second ago didn't have a draw start. And if you're wondering what a draw start is, a draw start is just something that I refer to is if the reed sits dead right in the center on the same plane as the blades of the decks, it won't draw start. It won't. If you breathe in, it won't really sound. If you breathe out, it won't really sound. But if you have a harp that's been modified, that has like either a curving reed where it curves in front, or if it's just sitting on a plane where it's just barely in front, it'll have this quality. Like this one's sitting barely in front, so I call it a draw start. So you can just literally take it and go, and it'll make them slightly less loud, and it'll make them a lot less clean. The other harp that didn't have the draw, it hit more like a bell. It was like dong dong, more of a clean church bell style of ring. This one, it's more like a waj because that reed's sitting in front, so the sound waves that are coming off it aren't quite in line. They're a little bit timed differently. And the reed is sitting in front, so I'm just breathing in, and it's drawing it back, and then the spring steel wants to spring back forward. So you have this effect where the harp's actually sounding. StoneCloud70 asks, have you ever listened to your YouTube videos and do they sound the same to you as they do on your side of the microphone? Yes, I would say the sound as a person outside playing the harp is probably pretty close to the effect you get of being in there playing the harp. But the harp's like one of those instruments. It's like if you're there enjoying it in person, there's a lot more subtleties and nuances and feeling that the microphone doesn't pick up. But as for playing the instrument, it feels way different than listening to it on a microphone or on even big speakers, because the sound's resonating in my mouth, sometimes in my throat, in my nasal cavity. My whole head is like resonating. So it's a very immersive experience. It's not like hearing it as an outside person who's not playing the harp. When you're playing the harp, it's a very unique and immersive experience, in my opinion. Oh, Jar Harp Lady Silka is joining live. Hello, Guten Tag. Be sure to follow her. She does lots of harp related content. Guten Tag. What time is it? Das Zeit in Deutschland. What time is it? Anyways, Guten Tag. Hello, welcome, Jar Harp Lady Silka. Be sure to follow her on TikTok because she makes lots of content. Let's play one more Gorka with a draw start, and then we're gonna go around and play some different Rajasthani makers and whatnot. Sunday's my evening where it's my last day of the week where I'm playing the Jar Harp. I probably won't play the Jar Harp again until about Thursday evening. Then I'll play Thursday evening, Friday evening, Saturday evening. Then Friday morning I'll be making videos, and then Sunday I'll be making videos as well. At nighttime, sometimes I'll get an hour or two of harp playing. I like to get 3 hours, but I haven't been getting that. 3:17 o'clock. Oh yeah, it's early over there. Yeah, this Gorka, this one I think was made by Vera Ram, Gorka Ram's son. It's lower, it's kind of mid-range bassy, but it's got that draw start to it. We're going to play another maker. This is Gorka Ram's brother. We're going to play, this is Rekha Ram. Rekha Ram of Rajasthan. Rito Uzumaki says, "Please, music from Rio movie." Oh, is the music from the Rio movie? Is that does that have the jar? But if that's really cool, I do know one of those movies, the movie Ratatouille. I believe there was a jaw harp in. It showed a rat playing a. It was a paperclip in front of his mouth, and the noise that it was making was the jaw harp noise. Okay, let's play another Rajasthani maker. Oh, we're gonna get screaming loud with it. This one, another brother. We played Gorka. We just played Rekka. This is the Mohan. Mohan Lal is one of the brothers. And Diver Leon said, "How do you use the jaw harp?" Well, there are harps that are played up against the lips, and there are harps that played up against the teeth. This one is played up against my teeth, and I'm plucking the reed or vibrating the tongue, causing it to vibrate, and it's making a spectrum of overtones that are amplified in my mouth cavity. And I'm breathing, and I'm changing my mouth shape to change the sounds it makes. This one's very high pitch, but like if I make the mouth shapes for A, E, I, O, and U and don't say anything. John, Jonnn, says, "I have one and it's so hard to do, haha." Well, there might be a reason that it's very difficult to do. Let's just get your harp out and let's see why it's difficult to use. The number one thing that's going on when I hear this, because I get this comment a lot on, especially on my YouTube channel, I see it weekly. Some people saying like, "No, jaw harps are fake. I have one and it's not making any noise. No matter what I'm doing, I can't do what you're doing in the video." Well, that because they got tricked into buying this. This is a Snoopy harp. They've rebranded it 50 million times, not 50 million, but a number of times. I've come out condemning the Snoopy harp. Now it's being sold as the Civil War jaw harp, the Bluegrass jaw harp, the Hillbilly jaw harp, the Trophy jaw harp, Hobby Lobby mouth harp, Hillbilly harp. Did I cover that? Civil War harp. Yeah, and they're big. The gaps on them, it needs to have tight gaps to be able to make sound. This one does not have tight gaps. This harp has really tight gaps. And look what happens when I pluck it. It actually vibrates. This one has giant gaps, so it can't compress the air, and it's not really vibrating well. It's not proper spring steel. These will break your teeth. So like this, if you have this harp, it hurts to play. It doesn't respond to different. Here, I'm gonna just play something, and I'm gonna play something really intricate with a lot of articulations and a lot of changing breath on it, and just listen how it sounds versus me playing we'll say a $25 harp. Where's something about $25? Yeah, that record ram about right around there. Yeah, check it out. I'm gonna do the same thing on this toy harp, which is probably what you got, and that's the reason you're not getting sound. And then I'm gonna play it on even one of my most affordable harps in my collection. Check this out. And that hurt actually to do. And I wasn't getting good compression. I wasn't getting good back pressure. Now listen to the difference on a harp that costs just a little bit more. Dagan sent a hat and a mustache. Oh, thank you. A secondary mustache, spare mustache. Dude, thank you. I'm doing the same thing I was just doing that harp. It's just the Snoopies, the toy harps, they're garbage and they're actually not good for your teeth. They give bad vibrations. Oh, thank you, Dagan. Son of a whole bunch of rose. Thank you for the gifts. That's cool. What kind of a harp is this? This is a Rekaram, I can't remember. Rekaram Rhombus, I think, from the harpery.com. You can go to my bio. It has a link there. Let's check out. Here's another really cheap. I think this is $25 ship. This is a Rhombus Merchunga from Nepal. I think Ayodhya makes this. It's Nico Cornelius. You'll find him here on Insta or on TikTok at Jaw Harp. It's like JAAAW Harp. He's got a tattoo of this. This is his favorite harp. It's really good for playing fast and it's really cheap. So if you break it, you get another one. John says I'll have to watch your YouTube videos and practice. Yeah, just make sure you don't have this harp. That it's not this harp you're trying to play. But this is a really cheap harp. Yeah, that for like if you want a little fast playing harp, I don't think there's anything any cheaper that works about as well as that. But the Rhombus Merchunga, so you don't need an expensive harp. You just need a harp that's not a toy. And the toy harps, I don't know why they make toy harps, and they're dangerous. But I imagine like they're hard to break. It'd be hard to break this instrument. Let's see. Let's play another one. Since we're talking about affordable harp, because it doesn't take much money to get a jaw harp play. The Dan Moy. Now, Dan Moy, you're eventually going to break it, and I've had this Dan Moy for a year now and haven't broken. All my other Dan Moy I've broken. I'm a little bit aggressive with them, but this is the double tongue with this blunt end here, and they seem to be, or at least this one in particular. I don't mean to cherry pick data, but this one in particular and one other one I had seem to be fairly resistant to playing a lot. But eventually, the brass is going to work hard and or anneal, or probably work hard and then deform off to one side. I got a better one you suggested to get. Oh yes. Now at John, are you getting it to ring out? No, I'm just gonna. He's out. Pavel Poke, and this is a very affordable in most cases Russian harp you find in a lot of places on the internet. Can you first? Don't grab the instrument and see how fast you can play it. You want to see how long you can get it to ring out. So put it up against your teeth. Make sure you're not touching the actual reed. Because if you're touching the reed, it can't vibrate. Kind of if you touch a guitar string, it's not going to want to vibrate. You're dampening the vibration. So I want to touch it everywhere that's not there. I'm gripping it thumb, middle finger, and then the pointer finger. I'm not on top because on top it doesn't feel like a good grip. But in front, slightly in front, like I'd hold a pencil. Right there. Get it and play it. See how long you get it to ring out. See how clear you can make the sound. Do that and pluck on a flat plane before you start adding any articulation, before you start adding any breath. Get the instrument resonating. Because if you just sit there and just hold your mouth like you're saying, oh, get equated to what the harp sounds like and where in the mouth shape you can properly amplify those resonances. Fox, anyone says, speak Spanish. I'm from Buenos Aires. Oh, welcome. Yeah, I don't speak Spanish. I know some Spanish words, but not enough to form a sentence. I probably know more German than I do Spanish. Let's see. Which isn't a lot, and I took German in high school. Going back to the Dan Moi, this is Vietnamese Dan Moi, and this is lip played. You know, it doesn't have to be played up against the teeth. Actually, I don't know if you could play it up against the teeth. Yeah, that's weird. Best against the lips. It's got kind of this curled area, and sometimes they're mass produced, or not mass produced, but serially produced on machines. And sometimes that can be a little bit rough. You could always take yourself some fine grip sandpaper and just sand just where the lips go. I didn't on this one. Every time I play it, I'm like, oh, I should sand it, smooth it, and then I don't. It's just like I'm kind of like breathing in and out through my mouth, my nose, but it's like if I was just say and opening and closing my glottis down here. And there where it sounds like it's like you, yeah, you. That's literally what it is. But I'm not vocalizing. I'm just breathing in and out, opening and closing my glottis. You. If I was to sing it, it'd be like yoo-hoo, yeah, yoo-hoo, yay. And it literally sounds like yay. And listen to it. But I'm not flavoring it with my vocal cords. I'm not vocalizing at all. I'm just breathing in and out, making the mouth shapes, and opening and closing my glottis. Listen to it. Keep that going for a bit, and then start adding in extra things. Music is kind of following a pattern, establishing a pattern that fits into a certain time frame, and then breaking the pattern a little bit. And every time you break the pattern, your brain releases a little endorphin. You're like, oh, a little surprise. I wasn't expecting that. But you have to follow the pattern in order to break it. And if you break the pattern all the time, there's no pattern to follow, so it can't be broken. Do you have any Russian mouth harps? Yeah, the harp I was just playing before that was a Poke. And Russian harps are getting harder to get. There's wars and sanctions going on all over the world, but they're still available on the internet, even on eBay and Amazon. And I've got a lot of friends in Russia. There's a lot of really, really good instruments made in Russia. There's a lot of really good instruments made in Ukraine. There's a lot of good instruments made in different parts of India, Estonia, Hungary, Czech Republic, all those countries, they make good harps as well. This one is from Vietnam. Yeah, I'll play a Russian harp. Let's see, what should I play? I have a Homosa. Oh. Yeah, this is a pretty famous Russian maker here. This one is by Shippenov. And all the Shippenov, from the extremely deep bass G0 on up to really high-pitched harps. So the highest I've got of his is F2 and a G2. This is a G2. I'll play two harps from two very different octaves. I'll play a G0, a harp tuned to the fundamental of G0. So G in like the 0 octave, and I'll play G in the 2nd octave. So we're skipping up from 1 all the way to 2, so we're skipping. Here's a G0. Very, very deep. Not as loud. Pretty loud. It's probably the loudest G0 I played, and I played one other brand of G0. Just because the embouchure on this thing is tight and super long. But also a G0 is getting down to the bottom of, I think, where people can hear. So a lot of that frequency, I don't even know if we hear. You more feel it. Here is a G2. StoneCloud70 says, I think I found some harps to be real skull rattlers. Others sink into my chest and some float away from my body altogether. I don't hear that when I'm listening. Oh, nice. But yeah, harps that are skull rattlers that transfer a lot of vibration. I played some Morchang and some other harps that really transferred a lot of vibration into my face and my head. I like it when the tongue or the reed vibrates in a really balanced way that doesn't transfer a lot of vibration. So all that vibration is being transferred into sound, or most of it is. Yeah, here's a, in contrast, here's a harp skipping the G1. We was at G0, then we're going up to G1, now we're going to G2. I don't think I have a G1 out, but yeah, much, much higher. Same note. I'm going to play another harp. I'm going to play a harp in that same note. He's playing one from a friend of mine in Russia, Oleg Shipanov. All his harps are fire. Let's see. And I have a Veskovich. There it is. Here's Yuri Veskovich from Ukraine. Also in the same level of excellence. These are both really, really excellent harps. There was a stop in there. I don't know if you've seen my video I put out last Friday on the stops. I'm just applying rest. I'm just coming in, instead of letting the harp ring out, I'm coming back in and resting up against it, or stopping it, and that creates a rest in the music. I think that is the actual description of it in the music. When the sound stops, it's a rest. Yeah, to answer your question, like, some float away from my body altogether. Yeah, sometimes when I'm playing the jaw harp, it's hard for me to even come back to talking, because, you know, I'm often dream world, playing the jaw harp, rolling with different melodies, and, you know, just really journeying. And then all of a sudden I stop playing. I'm like, oh, I'm back here. I'm live on the internet. My gosh. And then I have to start forming sounds with my mouth in English. Blah, 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 blah. English is hard sometimes, and it's the only language I'm fluent in. Mancha's Prophecy MMA, what up? Oh, dude, that's a deep cut. Do I know you from Prophecy MMA? Yeah, I used to fight under Prophecy MMA in La Crosse, Kansas. Yeah. What is your first name? I see your handle is Maj. What's your name? Little Ryan. I remember Ryan. I think you were like a teenager at the time. I was in my probably earlier mid-20s. Yeah, cool. Are you still fighting? You still doing MMA? I do plan on rejoining Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I really haven't done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu since about 2014, 2015. 2015 is when I stopped MMA fighting. But yeah. But I do plan on rejoining Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at some point. No, I'm not. I'm out in Denver now. Oh, you're out the Denver way. Oh, cool. We went up to Breckenridge. The family went up to Breckenridge last fall. Ended up seeing some moose. It was really surreal. I see one bull moose, and I think it was 3 cows. Oh, well, hi, Jonathan. Karinakin says hello back at you. I love this darn instrument as well. I agree. We'll play maybe one more instrument. Oh, that's a good topic right there. I don't know if you follow me on the YouTube. The Sean Jones unboxing came out on the Bebcorp Harp last Friday, and I did keep one Jones for myself. There's one Jones for me, one Jones for Jones went to Porky Miller, and then the rest were sold. I think there might be one remaining. I don't remember. But yeah, the Jones are really good. I've got some more Jones in the mail. Got the tuned Jones unboxing. Will be out within the next 2 months. I've got some unboxings coming up. Got some really cool stuff on the YouTube channel Bebcorp Harper that we're going to be doing with metal, forced patinas, and also tempering heat colors and stuff like that, and maybe a jaw harp fix. I'm not sure. This is the Sean Jones. They got really tall recurve triggers, but they work very, very well. Fox anyone says, I similar didgeridoo of Australia similarly sounds. Yeah, didgeridoo is an overtone instrument. It's like a long termite tube, a hollowed out piece of wood, or you can even, I've seen people make them out of PVC pipe, be blowing them like a trumpet, but like with your lips, making that noise, and then circular breathing, and it creates like overtones. It's a very cool rhythmic instrument. But yeah, this is also an overtone instrument, but it crosses over into melodic and percussive as well, I think. What is the instrument called again? Well, a good broad term for it would be jaw harp, juice harp, mouth harp. Although everyone that I was playing from a different style of the world, like in Vietnam, they're Dan Moy. In Russia, they're Vargon. In Sakha Republic, they're Homos. In Ukraine, they are Drimba. In India, they're Morchang or Morsing or Gogona. In Norway, they're referred to as Munop. There's a different name for them in every part of the world. And it's just kind of like the term, if we call a jaw harp a broad term, kind of like a drum, when somebody's like playing a djembe and they're like, hey, that's a drum, that's not a djembe. Yeah, well, yeah, it is. A djembe is a style of drum, or like a conga drum, or like you can insert types of flutes from around the world. They're all flutes, but they're all kind of the same thing. Anyways, we'll wrap it up with that. I'll end playing the Sean Jones. Actually, I'm going to end playing my harp. I've really been getting down on my harp. I really like the way my harps play. They play very easy, very stable. I don't get much clicks out of it. Sometimes when I'm playing the harp, especially when I'm kind of just trancing out, because the jaw harp is a musical instrument that can alter your consciousnness, so you can go into like trance and meditative style states. And I like a harp with a really flexible reed to do that, and also one that's forgiving of a play or precision. Because my harps, you don't have to be real precise to play my harps. I flare them out just a tad bit at the tips, and then taper them in a way so that they play pretty stable. I don't have super tall triggers or nothing, but yeah, especially when I'm trancing out or entering meditative states when I'm playing the harp, and I might be deep in my subconscious working on problems and working things out in my head. When I'm playing the instrument, I don't want to have to be really precise, because if the harp clicks, it'll take you back out of it. And my last two I've made are really tolerant of muting. So anyways, we're going to wrap it up with that. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Make sure to keep your harps clean, keep them dry, and keep them old. But most of all, be good to each other, and I'll see you next Sunday for Sunday Night Jaw Harp Live. Love y'all. Harp out. Nether Droid says, just ordered a jaw harp about a week ago and excited to get to learning the jaw harp when it shows up. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, if you have any specific technique requests, go to my YouTube and comment below. You can comment on TikTok, but I might not see it. Or next time you're live, put in a request like, oh, because the best video ideas, some of the best performing videos I put out have been ones on viewer requests where they're like, hey, could you explain how to do this or what is this? And when I make that video, it does wonderfully. So yeah, if you've thought of it, then probably a whole bunch of other people have thought of that same question. So please ask. And yeah, we'll play one more, sure. Jagatha Nadagari. I know I didn't pronounce that correctly, but please forgive me. Request, Mr. Nadagari requests that I play the Kerending from Indonesia. Good, yes, I will. I have one here. There we go. There's a Kerending from Indonesia. This one's made by Abaddon. It's very, very well. It looks, when you look at it from the front, you don't think it's as complex of an instrument as it is. But it actually, this is a complex carving with very close tolerances and different size counterweights and stuff on it. It's very, very cool. And this isn't plucked. This is one that's struck. You hit the end of it and it vibrates. Watch this. And I'm going to hold it right in front of my lips. I can lightly touch my lips to it, but if my lips go on it hard, they start dampening it. So I just want to lightly rest my lips or even just float them away from there. Which is why you'll see me, I rest it right here when I strike it. Because it's a very stable mounting position. Kind of like if I was to almost be like drawing back a bow, I'd rest it on my cheek. Same thing with this. And a lot of lip plate instruments, I like to rest them on my cheek because I can even keep them right in front of my mouth. Let's see if I can keep it in front of my mouth without it touching. Yeah, I'm kind of just very, very lightly resting because if I put it in my mouth like this and bear down on it, it really dampens it. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up with that. I love y'all. Harp out. Harp out, and I will see you next Sunday for Sunday Night Harp Live. I love y'all. Harp out. And the TikTok live stream. And oh yeah, the YouTube live stream. I will see you next Sunday for Sunday Night Harp Live. Harp out.